Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, awash in a salty, salty sea of bitterness and bile as we continue our run through XCOM, The Long War. And why are we crustier than an old VW van that's been sitting on blocks in your weird neighbor's overgrown backyard for the last 3.5 decades? Because the goddamn aliens are all over us like a mud-covered hippie who just dropped ecstasy at Woodstock 94. They're getting pretty aggressively forward, and I have to admit it's making me more than a little uncomfortable. Especially considering the fact that the aliens only seem to be groping us in two very specific places. One, our tender nether regions of Brazil, where, as you can see, panic is getting a little bit out of control, and of course the forbidden no-no hole of Nigeria, which the aliens are all over like a dog with a bone. I mean, they just will not leave it alone. It's getting to the point where if this was a courtroom drama, the bailiff would be standing in front of us holding a globe while the judge asked us to show him where the bad creatures touched us. That's pretty much where we'd be. Of course, if that happened, inevitably some jerk-ass in a gallery would start an anti-alien movement, and then suddenly the not all aliens hashtag would be trending on Twitter, and then it would only be a matter of time until the whole damn world collapsed into madness, cannibalism, and despair. Of course, madness and cannibalism, the pretty much inevitable outcome of all human interactions, so I suppose it's really only a matter of time till we get there with entropy and whatnot, but I digress. I think before we get to that point and society completely breaks down and your neighbor starts to look like a delicious snack to you, we should probably just do a few housekeeping items, maybe try and focus our energies in a less destructive capacity. So let's do that. We had just one soldier who actually slipped through our gill net of Project Lazarus and managed to go on a mission without having undergone the procedure. Old Amber Prevost here, a stalwart French woman, I can tell, and we submitted her to the Project Lazarus tube, and out she came, Amber Prevost no longer. And I gotta say, I think old Dr. Valen might have been a little bit pissed that she got in under the radar, because when she came out, she didn't exactly get the best genetic draw of all time. Because, well, Dr. Valen made her into Marie Antoinette. It's, I mean, I didn't do it. I didn't have any input in this. She just went ahead and set her to old Marie. It's a tough gig. I mean, sure, you could, you know, I guess say there'll be more cake around the barracks lately, but I think Dr. Valen made her Marie Antoinette because she wants her to get her head chopped off. Granted, I mean, it's not going to be a guillotine, but a plasma rifle will take your head off just as effectively. It really will. So, welcome aboard, Marie. I guess, cake will abound? I don't know. Maybe we can employ you as a cook, and your let them eat cake motto can carry us through the barracks as you whip up sort of a Buddy Cianci cake boss kind of factory that isn't really useful on the battlefield, but is fantastic for morale. That's what I'm going to hope, anyway. So that's got Marie Antoinette sorted. We did also pick up a couple of nicknames that we need to take care of. And I have to say, while I do very much relish Samuel Bonsai Clemens, that's a fantastic nickname, simply not going to stick for old Bonsai himself. I think, with a sweet-ass mustache like that, there is no other option for Samuel Clemens, but of course, Samuel Mustache Clemens. Congratulations, sir. Welcome to being promoted to Corporal. We're glad to see you succeeding. Your success and continued success with Project XCOM is a vital part of our operation, and with a sweet-ass mustache like that, I have to assume your Huckleberry Finn days are a thing of the past. It's all soldiering from now on. Miyamoto Pops Musashi also picking up a nice little nickname. I don't really like the name Pops for Miyamoto. That's a little disrespectful. I mean, we should be a little more formal for Musashi-san or Miyamoto-san, but I digress. I think this is definitely Miyamoto Knife Man Musashi, because this guy at close quarters is a fucking surgeon with a shotgun. So he's going to be our knife man, sticking, stabbing, cutting, slicing, dicing, putting motherfuckers in the ground with a slit throat. That's what he's going to be doing. So congratulations, Miyamoto, as well, on your promotion to Corporal. Again, your continued success is vital to the project. I wish you nothing but the best, sir. And that's got all our housekeeping taken care of then, since we're down to 17 whopping credits. Let's go see where on the map the aliens are going to show up. My guess is Nigeria, because it's always fucking Nigeria, and why on the name of Earth would it be anywhere goddamn else? So let's just wait for an alien to fly overhead. I mean, we have interceptors and satellites over Europe, but one wouldn't know from looking at things. Everybody wants our meld lately. This is an intriguing proposition. I want 2 engineers. I do. I want 2 engineers. We haven't exactly been getting an abundance of meld recently, however, mostly because I'm a terrible commander and have been letting many opportunities for meld slip through my fingers. I still think we got to do it, though. We definitely need engineers, and we can always try and do better in the meld department, or maybe get some more meld later. But it's getting to the point now where I think I may have to start saying no to a few of these requests. We've got a sufficient number of engineers. That's going to put us pretty close to 25, and I really think we only need like 40 total. Picking up a couple new soldiers, that's fine. Would love to see this Gatling laser getting on duty. See, Germany, now you come in with this and ask for 12 alloys, and it's a reasonable request, it really is. Less than 10% of our total, and yeah, fuck, fine. We got to get the engineers. We got to get them at some point. Gatling laser is finished, fantastic. Let's carry on.
Contact detected.
Holy fucking shit, there is a UFO in Europe. I don't know what to do with myself. What I'd like to do with myself is have one of these guys who has fucking Stingray missiles equipped, but I'm not that lucky. You know what? I'll send every single one of these pilots up against this guy because it'll be 100 years before they get another mission. There will be literally nothing for them to do the entire time, so I'm sending every single pilot. It'll be 1,000 years before the aliens fly over Europe again. This is like, for every 1 European mission we get 10 Nigerian missions. It's like a 10-to-1 ratio, so I find that completely committing to this is really not a problem. If we take another hit, we're going to bug out. Alright, so bail on it, rookie. Nice job, though, rookie. On a single intercept, 3 hits, and we got the little explosion thing. So worst case scenario, even if we can't manage to catch the UFO, we do have a chance, albeit a somewhat small one, but we do have a chance of at least making it aboard its mission. So let's send up the big gun, see if maybe we can keep 2 interceptors in the air. Also, yeah, this alien's bugging out, so I would like to get him. This is probably going to be our last chance. We got to shoot him down here. He's definitely beating feet. There we go, we got him. Nicely done, old... Was that Dead Stick? Or was that... Who was that? I think that was Dead Stick. Alright, so well done, sir. Well done. We are definitely sending a Sky Ranger. So we got a medium UFO. It's a Raider. Gonna want to send a pretty solid crew on this one. I have a feeling we're gonna need some solid troopers, but we've had a nice little break. Got a good little rest period. Pretty much everybody who's promoted that isn't wounded is back in action. A couple members of our last team. That's fine. We'll be alright without them. Not that they did a bad job. Not that they did a bad job. I'm not saying that. You're not saying that. Nobody's saying that except probably Bradford, because Bradford is a bit of a negative Nancy. Let's get with Jane Sporty Austin here. We're going to have old Sporty be our long-range fire support. We're going to give her, oh yes we are, the ever-so-sexy Gatling laser. I feel that Jane Sporty Austin has definitively earned the right to be the first person to carry this mighty weapon into battle. And I, for one, am looking forward to seeing her make a bunch of fucking dead aliens. She's going to turn them into fricasseed haggis. She really is. And for those of you saying, you know, for it to be haggis by definition, you actually have to boil it. You couldn't fricassee it. I say, fuck you. If I want to fricassee my haggis, I'll fucking fricassee my haggis. You don't get to tell me how to eat my wheat, meat, and barley boiled in a sheep's stomach. I'll eat it any goddamn way I want. If I'm going to fricassee it, hey, I'll fricassee it and you can't stop me. There's nothing you can do about it. Not a damn thing. Back armor, we're going to go for the saw, I feel is fine. Also a scope for Shaka Zulu. If we could get some spare cash, I really would like to build some more scopes, but we really haven't had any cash available to dedicate to that particular purpose. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Van Dorn's going to be wielding our other scope. Arguably, one could make a case for not even bringing Van Dorn on this mission. What's the engagement scenario look like? Plains with sparse vegetation. Alright, I was going to say, if we're going to do an indoor thing, I'm actually not going to bring Van Dorn. But on the Plains map, Van Dorn should be a good long-distance support unit for us. So that's got old Sporty, the mighty Zulu warrior himself, Van Dorn, and that leaves us 4 slots to fill out. At least one of those slots is going to be a Salt, one's going to be a Scout, one's going to be an Engineer. Why is it always Thomas Edison? Why? Why is it always Edison on a medium UFO? Last time we took Edison on a medium UFO mission, he tried to put his dick in our butt. I mean, that's not an uncommon tactic for Thomas Edison. He's kind of a scumbag, but still. I don't want Thomas Edison's penis in my butt. I don't actually want to see Thomas Edison's penis at all. I don't even want to know it exists. I was happy with it being dead and in the ground. Dr. Valens is the one who resurrected the bastard. His kit's pretty solid, though. You know what? Actually, Edison, no. I rescind that. I'm changing my mind. Give me a battle scanner instead of that flashbang. Last time, you selfishly refused to throw a fucking flashbang while you hunkered down in cover because you got a teeny tiny little bit of acid sprayed on your armor. You didn't see that shit stopping Hudson or Hicks and fucking aliens, did you? Hell no, they fought on while their armor melted around them and their skin peeled off. That's how a real warrior works, Thomas Edison. You are a poseur, sir. A poseur. Also, I'm a bit of a poseur for pronouncing it poseur instead of the more common poser, but yeah, whatever. I want an assault trooper, I want an engineer, and I want a medic. I want all these things, and I don't have as many slots for those things as I have for things that I want to take. Because I wouldn't also mind taking J. Robert Quietus Oppenheimer just to prove my Rocketeer theory that Rocketeers only get one good shot ever. Not gonna do that, though. We will bring the Maid of Orleans. She's looking solid. Joan of Arc. Ready, the consummate warrior, she is prepared to go into battle at a moment's notice. Never requires any adjusting of equipment or gear. She literally sits and waits for the go sign. She just quietly, meditative, over in the corner, shotgun cradled in her lap, waiting, just waiting for the go sign. I'm trying to decide whether I want to take Ernie Shackleton or Joseph Lister. Lister's got better health, better movement, and a better aim. He's also higher rank. The higher rank thing, though, is not necessarily a benefit. Because Shackleton could level... you know what? No. We're going to take Joseph Lister for one very specific reason. Lister, I believe, has Battlefield Surgeon, right? You have the medic ability? He does. Lister's a field surgeon. We're taking a field surgeon, then. An assault carbine is fine for you, Big Joe. Give you a battle scanner as well. I have a feeling we're not coming out of this one without wounds, and if we can reduce the wound time with field surgeon, I will be quite pleased with that outcome. Only thing that leaves us then needing is an engineer. I'm leaning towards Nikola Tesla. He is one of our better engineers, although Marie Curie is also quite solid. She's not quite as fast as Nikola. Doesn't have quite as much health either. The difference, though, Nikola is a corporal. How close are you to level? Actually, I didn't look. Pretty far. You know, in this case, I think we might be better suited with the lesser engineer here. Let's... I'm not... That's not bagging on Marie Curie. When I say lesser, I just mean lower rank. I actually think she might be, except for the speed thing. She's real good. She's real good. Do we have any other engineers, maybe? I just want to try and keep my... they're all specialists. That's not going to cut the mustard on this one. So, yeah, let's go with Marie Curie and get her leveled up to corporal then. She's got to be real close. Oh, yeah, if she survives, she will level. She almost can't fail. That's acceptable. I think with the 13... Oh, we have laser rifles we gave to no one. What the hell is wrong with me? So that's got to be changed. One of those laser rifles we'll actually give to Marie Curie. She's a pretty decent little shot, and with the innate laser rifle hit bonus, she's going to be even better. Anybody else? And not really in the market, though. We get a lot of shotgun. I guess we'll give it to Joseph Lister. That'll be fine. Lister, you have an assault carbine, which is kind of a piece of shit anyway. This is going to slow you down slightly, but it does help with your aim. Maybe we'll be able to get some production out of our non-scoping units by bumping up their aim with the laser weapons. I like that in theory, at least. So that's our team, then. Let's get sorted and set off. Off we go to what is vaguely being defined as Europe here, despite the fact that this is very clearly... probably
we have visual on the mission site.
Straight up the North Pole, actually. I'm not sure who would hold territorial sovereignty here. This could be Russia, could theoretically be Canada. My guess is, based on a position on the pole, probably Russia. Yeah, anyway. Let's get to work. I also guarantee that it won't be snowy.
The next deployment site is in the UK. It looks like the alien
clearly the United Kingdom of the polar Arctic. Wow, the UK has made some territorial expansions. I guess they've decided to reinitialize colonialism and started with the one place nobody would give a shit about if they made a ridiculous claim to ownership. It's a good strategy, UK. I'm not picking on you or anything. It's a fine idea. If you just be, yeah, we're taking the Arctic. I really don't think anybody would give a shit. Operation Final Hawk here, swooping into what is clearly not the Arctic. Also, I have to assume, based on what the terrain looks like, that Bradford is just fucking recently switched from heavy drinking to straight up smoking crack, because this is not fucking this is not the North Pole. It's not.
Strike one is in position to engage.
So Bradford is up the ante, I think.
We'll monitor those readings from here. Strike one is authorized.
Which is problematic somewhat for Bradford, because, you know, we could handle his shit when he was just drinking 3 handles of gin a day. But, now that he's straight up moved to the harder drugs, he's going to be a crackhead. I'm not sure we can still afford to have him on the team. Edison, this is your move, buddy. Alright, so Edison in a position sees nothing. The craft is going to be over here. Interesting. So let's try and move in around to support Edison. We do have several battle scanners still at our disposal. We haven't really flung one. Yeah, go ahead and get that out there, Edison, before you get fucking mired in acid and refuse to contribute in any positive fashion to the team.
Scanners online.
Selfish jerk. You're never living that down, Edison, by the way, ever. Once a selfish jerk, always a selfish jerk. I don't... We got no combat music, so that means we have... Or did we? No, no combat music. So we have a clear lane of approach to the UFO, then. I think we'll probably try and then go ahead and capitalize, then. Sporty, little dash move for you. Don't you spawn a pod. That was actually a really stupid move. I should not have done that. Oh, never mind. Zone wall's over there. Maybe I subconsciously saw that. Yeah, right. I subconsciously saw it. Clearly, that's the explanation.
Move order confirmed.
Hey, whatever. That's the one I'm going with. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. You can call me bullshit liar if you want. I mean, you're absolutely right, because I'm completely full of shit and totally lying. But, I'm sticking with my guns. Shaka Zulu, let's get you up here and on Overwatch with that saw, buddy. I would like to have at least one unit on Overwatch in case we need some defensive fire. And we're going to try and get Marie Curie into the best support position we can. Double move there, so no Overwatch for Curie. You know, we could probably have St. Joan trip forward. Beyond Joan. Viva la Maid of Orleans. So, what's going on here? Alright, so alien act... Wow. Alright, so this is much earlier than I would have expected to encounter a muton, I have to admit. Wow, that's straight up shocking. That was clearly a muton. I'm gonna guess probably a berserker. Man, we are like 20 missions in and we've already got berserkers? We must be doing far worse than I think we're doing in the playthrough. If the aliens already have berserkers, we're not in a good spot. Not at all. There is a meld canister over there. I want to make a move for it. Shaka Zulu, we'll come back to you in a moment. I'm going to have Thomas Edison maybe check this out.
I'm on the move.
Dash over there, Edison. I want to make sure this is going to be clear.
Visual on the goods.
So Edison can see the can. I don't want to get too much closer. Let's put Edison in full cover. Alright, so that's going to be a safe move. Let's have Shaka Zulu take up the other side. I'm going for the meld canister. I just a moment ago said I was going to try to make a more concerted effort to fetch meld and be better about it. This is me backing up that promise. Or, you know, making it a fucking what counts as an effort for me at backing it. No, I don't want to be there. Man, there's nowhere really good for Van Dorn to be. Just dash to there, Van Dorn. That'll be probably okay. Joseph Lister, we can afford to have you dash. Let's get you to this corner cover. St. Joan, we're going to leave you in the open for a turn, although I don't really relish the idea of doing that. And Miss Austin, if you could get your sporty ass over there, we'd all appreciate it. You got the big gun, so... That is definitely a berserker. We also have floaters. Wow, this is a level of alien aggression that I have to say I'm not really prepared to deal with. I can't believe they've already got a berserker. That's just insanity. It's fucking crazy. Alright, so we will fetch the meld canister next turn as long as it doesn't close this turn, which I think the odds are pretty poor of that happening.
Roger that.
We know there are floaters in this vicinity, so we'll try and set up to intercept them. Miss Sporty, if you would. I think there's a good solid position for you. Joni? I'll save. You know what? That should be reasonably safe. Let's get you on over. You know what? We'll hold off on the Overwatch for the nonce. We want to find a spot for Shaka Zulu, and he should be safe behind that rock. There we go. Alright, so Overwatch then. You know, Madam Curie, let's get you a little closer. I have a feeling we're going to need those grenades if we've got floaters. You do have the heat warheads. You can make good use of those. Van Dorn, let's just make a nice little firing pod right here for you and, no, not a disabling shot. Steady weapon. Nice little firing pod there for you and the heavy gunner there. And we're going to double move with Joseph Lister because we know it's safe. The Berserker really has me concerned. No, see, the aliens' overall meld production is down. That means we should be doing better. Why do they have a Berserker on the field? I mean, his love for us is like a truck, Berserker. And if he asks, yeah, I would like to make a little fuck, Berserker, but I don't want to fight him. I'm a lover, not a fighter. We gotta make love, not war, Mr. Berserker. I mean, you gotta make sweet, sweet Berserker love to me. You asked me if I would like to making fuck, and I'm down. I would, yes, I do, very much want to make some fuck, Mr. Berserker, but, you're not really leaving me much choice. I guess we'll have Jane, Sporty, Austin, Dash.
Moving out.
Very unusual. Where the hell are the enemies? We've covered a pretty large chunk of this map, actually, and we have not revealed anything. Let's bring Joan Arc up here. Still nothing. Alright, I would not have suspected that. Steady that weapon, Van Dorn. We're going to need it. If there's a Berserker on this map, we're going to need every single tiny chunk of damage we can get our filthy, disgusting, grubby hands on. Overwatch here. I would love to see this guy walk into our cone of vision on this turn. I really very much would. Not gonna happen though. Alright, so Joseph Lister, let's have you take our first move. You're gonna deploy a battle scanner for us. I still... Okay, I was gonna say, I still hear the Berserker pounding around. This is actually a good spot to spawn this. We didn't have to use a battle scanner. We're gonna actually get, it looks like, not some good, we'll come back to you in a moment, Lister. Your cover is somewhat less than I would have hoped for. Alright, Jane Austen, if you can hit any of these guys, it's gonna kill them. It's gonna straight up murder their asses. So it's 71% all around. Let's take that guy out. He's a little further away. Does Jane Austen not have eat warheads? Oh, you know what? I always think that... Never mind. I always think that those guys are robots, and they are patently not robots. I have to assume we're going to be able to do some better damage to those guys. These close guys got a better chance to hit. I would like to take out the elite if we can. He's going to have the best aim, so let's put Van Dorn on that guy. This will not get a kill. Close, but no cigar, which is fine. We didn't expect that to generate a kill. 61% from the holo targeting, and that would generate a kill. That does make us... It does force us to leave Lister in half cover, which I'm not quite a fan of. Shaka, if you could, finish that guy off. Nicely done. So that's a pod leader down. That leaves us with Marie Curie. Theoretically, we could have Madame Curie hunkered down if the need arises. You know what? I think actually putting Marie Curie on Overwatch might be our best bet. Let's take Edison forward to this full cover and see what old Tommy Tom can do for us. He has a flank shot. Not a fantastic shot, but I'm going to take it just for the critical percent. It's more likely to critical than it is to hit. If it hits, it should be a kill. Looks solid. Thomas Edison. Holy shit. Thomas Edison has positively contributed to the XCOM project. I sincerely do not know how to feel about that. So here's the question. Do we send Marie... Oh, you know what? We still got Joseph Lister. Let's take this shot, Lister. Damn. I was hoping he would prevent me from having to make an unfortunate decision with old St. Joan here, but no dice. So we're going to bring St. Joan forward. And as strange as this may sound... Well, what's your hit percentage like? Not good enough. Alright. Let's have her throw the flashbang then. Miss Joan, if you would be so kind as to deliver a flashbang unto that gentleman's general vicinity, so that he does not shoot you in the mouth, because you're only in half cover. This guy's still a problem, however. Looks like he's fallen back. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to fall back, though. He's taking a poke at Joan. Or is he? Nope. He actually did fall back. This guy, if he does, is not going far. He did go far enough. That's okay, though, because St. Joan has the answer for his nonsensical shenanigans, and as does Joseph Lister. Another meld canister, huh? It's very tempting. We'll probably make a break for that meld canister. That may be Thomas Edison's job here. Lister, it's such a good shot. But we do need the battle scanner as well. Does anybody else have a reasonable chance at hitting that guy? I have to assume Shaka Zulu's going to have a pretty good shot from here. It's actually better. We'll take it with Shaka Zulu then. There we go. Nicely done, Shaka. Solid delivery, buddy. I would recruit you for the U.S. Postal Service if I could, because you're way more reliable thus far than they are. And I'm not trying to bag on the Postal Service. I'm just saying, Guys, not nearly as good as private enterprise. Although the one thing I will give you, U.S. Postal Service, you are certainly cheap. Gotta give you that. You got the cheap thing covered. So we got 2 shots, one with Van Dorn. I can't believe that Jane Austen doesn't have a shot here. Quite startled by that. I think Van Dorn... This is not going to get a kill, though. Van Dorn's simply not going to do enough damage. On the plus side, he did manage to not fuck it up and miss a 3%er, so we got to give him that. I don't think Marie Curie is going to be able to get a shot here.
There now.
She is not fast. Nope, Marie Curie cannot get a shot. And, as a result, is also in a terrible position. So let's move her to full cover. Jane Austen is not going to get a shot. Thomas Edison is definitively not... We're not even going to try and get a shot with Thomas, actually. We're going to have Thomas go look for that meld canister that we heard. You have low profile, right? No, you do not, Edison. So we got to be a little careful with you, actually. Let's just leapfrog you to another rock.
Alien object inside.
That's what we're looking for. We could run and gun with St. Joan, and in all likelihood, probably get the kill, and again, in all likelihood, probably... Nah, well, let's do it. This is why we brought you, Joni. Give us some of that speed demon flair that you are so known for. Charge like you did, and have a terrible chance to hit. That's real bad, Joan. Real bad. I'm taking it because I got no choice at this point. Not a surprising miss, to be honest. I'm really disappointed that Jane Austen does not have a shot here. I have to assume it's a line of sight issue more so than range. You know, if we can't put her on Overwatch, let's try and make her... Yeah, this might cause him to move because he's flanked here. He's still going to take a shot. Nope. Perfect. That was beautiful. We got him to double move. That is one thing that I've come to learn about the aliens and sort of begun to use to my advantage. If you flank an alien, their first priority is sort of... They trigger move over anything else, and this guy's absolutely dead. Jane Austen is not going to miss. Good night to you, sir. Good night. Alright, Edison.
I'm on the move.
Let's take a look at this meld over here. He can make it to the can, but this is going to tap him out. It's very unlikely that there would be a pod over there. Let's put him on this side of the can, in case there are enemies over there. Alright, so that's another meld canister then for Thomas Edison. And suddenly, I'm much less trepidatious about having traded away a good chunk of our meld. It seems like we're going to be okay. We're going to get a lot out of this mission, at least 28. Unless that can closes this turn, which would basically just be a giant dick move on the part of XCOM. You heard me, XCOM. I'm going to call it. It'd be a dick move if you did that. A straight-up dick move. Straight up. Let's just have her go to this corner cover. And you know what? I think Joan should probably reload. I am not hopeful about what we're going to find inside this alien craft. Van Dorn, I think you're in a fine position right where you are, sir.
Heading out.
You've done some solid work. 2 shots, 2 hits. 5 damage on each shot, and while that's not anything monumental or, you know, amazing, it's good enough, sir. It's good enough. Far better than you did your first time out of the box. I just assumed that... Oh, here we go. Seekers? Really fast Seekers. So fast that Marie Curie is taking the oddest angled Overwatch shot in the history of the world. That Seeker is ridiculously quick.
They're moving to flank me.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I have no idea what's going on here. I guess those guys are probably cloaked. Nope, Shaka Zulu's taken... I guess that guy's job was to draw out the Overwatch, and if that's the case, he did a good job of it. All our Overwatch is gone. Please tell me someone has a battle scanner. Yes, good. I'm almost certain that those Seekers are going to be... Never mind. I was going to say making a move on our sniper, but clearly they are not. Now, assuming this hits, this should kill him, because Jane Austen has heat ammo, and these are robots. So don't miss, Austin. Thank you. Nicely done. That's one dead Seeker. Thomas Edison, grab that. Thank you, sir. Can is full. The can is full. I repeat, the can is full. Shaka Zulu might be able to do something for us. I'd like to think that Van Dorn has a... 62% is less than I would like. Can we get any hollow targeting on that guy to help Van Dorn out? I would like to do that if the possibility exists. Lister can't. Curie doesn't even have hollow targeting. She's not going to be able to get into range. Shaka Zulu does have holo targeting. He might be able to see that guy from here. Nope. Alright, so it's Overwatch for Shaka. Let's bring Marie Curie over here. We're going to get her also on Overwatch. Unless she has a shot, she does not. It's going to be Overwatch for Curie. Edison.
On my way.
Get you to full cover. I just want to scout around this area a little more. Looks to be mostly clear. So that just leaves St. Joan, who has a 1%er, which is not really even worth taking, and Van Dorn and Joseph Lister. Theoretically, Lister might have a shot from here. He doesn't have holo targeting or anything. He might. No. So it's Overwatch then for Lister also. We're going to have St. Joan move to the other side of this tree. And it's all on Van Dorn. I don't want to take Disabling Shot because it's actually less likely to hit. So let's go for the 62. This one's for all the box of hair, Van Dorn. Alright then. Again, Van Dorn getting it almost done with every shot. Almost is not good enough. This guy is still at full fighting effectiveness, although he is going to have to weather a pretty brutal storm of Overwatch, and he didn't make it.
X-ray neutralized.
Nicely done, Joseph Lister. I don't think dead guys are allowed to go into stealth mode. Call me crazy. Or was there a pod back there? There might have been another alien we didn't see. Theoretically possible. Let's double check that. I don't... Never mind. There's a whole pod. God, I wish I had a taser right now.
Have something specialized towards frontline combat.
That's just a regular mutant.
Creature appears to be that unit.
It's actually just a mutant.
Who has to go up against that thing.
Well, it's just a mutant. It's actually not that dangerous. I really wish that... very much wish that we had a... taser right now. How many units are over there? That's actually a pretty big pod. That's what, 3 floaters? One of whom is on Overwatch? And a mutant. Alright. Well, the overwatching floater is a bit of a problem. What can Marie... she can only see that guy, and she has a bad shot anyway. Shaka Zulu could get into action. Van Dorn, what are your hit percentages like vis-a-vis the mutant? Not fantastic, but not 0 either. I would love to get Marie Curie close enough. Edison, I want you advancing to there. Now, one thing we got to remember, since it's been so long since we fought mutants, they do have and absolutely will use grenades. So we got to keep an eye on that. We could run and gun in for the final finisher if we need to. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. This Overwatch is a problem, so of course Van Dorn can't see the fucking Overwatcher. Beautiful, Van Dorn. Real glad I brought you, buddy.
Okay.
Thanks for being an asset to the team. Jerk. Alright. So, yeah, this is the best we can do. Marie Curie, really all I'm looking to have her do is destroy that guy's cover. If she can get rid of the mutant's cover, that would be a pretty significant benefit for us. Alright. Well, that's not really what we needed. Also still have a terrible chance to hit that guy. So all in all, not well done. You can see the Overwatch guy, though, right? You can. You've got to try and take this guy out for us, St. Joan. We need that guy dead. Or rather, Sporty, so St. Joan can perhaps run up and kill that guy. So we're going to rely on St. Joan momentarily. There is nowhere good for Shaka Zulu to shoot from. Lister, what can you do? Double 51s is not terrible. You're way better than you are against the mutant. I was considering having you maybe soften that mutant up, but that's simply not going to work. Edison, what can you... Edison has already moved his full movement allotment. 67, 67. So I guess we'll go for the 67. That's a kill? Van Dorn finally getting the whole way home. That's good, Van Dorn. For a moment there, we thought you were going to treat us like a high school prom date and only let us get about 2/3 of the way to where we wanted to be before slapping our palm away. But no, this time, Van Dorn letting us take the full moneymaker. Lister with an unsurprising miss. We've been getting, as strange as this sounds, we've actually been getting slightly luckier than average, really. 45% is not good. 60% is okay. Who else do we have to back up? It's just Shaka and Joan of Arc. The mutant will absolutely throw a grenade at us. there's almost no question in my mind that he will try and hit us with a grenade if we don't kill him. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to suppress him.
Roger that.
Try and give a penalty, and then we are going to... Oh, this is so dangerous. Actually, I was going to run and gun with Joan, but it's not going to work. Joan actually is going to have to straight up fall back. But Joseph Lister's in the hot seat on this one. Is that a blood call? Nope. Oh, he's just going to run through it. Shaka Zulu damn near killed him.
Dead in the water, Commander.
What is he doing? He took cover there and then is going to shoot? Okay. Shot at Shaka Zulu. The aim penalty kept us safe. It's now... Let's see what the floater does. He's also going to shoot at Shaka... Nope. No idea what the hell that guy is doing. He's retreating to the roof of the ship, which is a pretty clever move because we can't hit him up there. This guy has left himself out wide in the open with 1 health. Jesus, I wish that I had a fucking taser. Zulu's empty. Marie Curie has only 1 shot. Alright, who can hit the guy on the roof? We're a little concerned about Mr. Roof Gentleman. Yeah, that's a fine job for you there, Van Dorn. You haven't let me down yet. Never mind. A hand over the top of the panties there, and then bam, slapped away with authority by a somewhat reticent date. We're top of the undies. Joseph Lister delivered, however. Look at that. Lister swooping in, a suave, debonair son of a bitch coming in to close out what we could not finish. Always be closing in Joseph Lister. That guy is a fucking closer. Marie Curie, however, definitely not a closer. Also, I'm not sure how Jane Austen doesn't have a shot here. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Alright, Edison. Can you hit a very close range flank shot? The answer damn well better be yes, or you're going to be dead. Alright then. The answer was damn well yes. And that was not even the command pod. Okay then. So I'm assuming we're going to have outsiders then, and that those outsiders will be lurking inside the actual ship. So let's get everybody gathered together, ready for a ship assault. St. Joan actually already has full ammo. I was going to say we're going to do a reload turn, but St. Joan doesn't really need to reload. She's already the whole way there. It's got to be outsiders. It's definitely outsiders. We got the silent audio clue, which is fine. We can deal with... Probably, I'm going to assume, a pair of outsiders. And we have a pretty good idea of where they're going to be located at in the craft as well. So, again, just a consolidation turn here. Probably not a lot that
On my way.
Jane, Sporty, Austin, and Van Dorn are going to be able to contribute to this situation. Van Dorn, I think we'll just have you take a quick move and then we'll reload at the end of it. We are bringing Van Dorn forward because you never know. We might need, in a very dire situation, him to dash in with some kind of emergency pistol shot or something. It's unlikely, but you know what? I'd rather have the pistol and not need it than need it and not have it, so... Let's go to corner cover for Sporty here and see what she can dig up. Alright, nothing. We still have a battle scanner? We do. We could make pretty good use of a battle scanner. I have a strong suspicion that our alien friends are going to be in this general area, so if I could get a battle scanner to, say, there, I would not be upset by that. Let's have St. John go take a quick peek. She sees nothing. Let's go ahead and drop the battle scanner in. Command pod typically will be in this little area of the vessel, if anywhere. I can't tell if that revealed anything or not. I don't think that it did. Ah, it was a cloaked seeker. Damn, going for the strangle on Van Dorn. Son of a bitch. Alright then, that's fine. We can shoot him off of there. This guy may be it then. The Muton might have been the leader. Very clever, Mr. Stealther. Very clever. But Thomas Edison has got the fucking answer. Nope, it's not the end of it, actually. Thomas Edison has got the answer to your fucking clever bullshit. Alright then. So, we could be looking at aliens potentially in this room, or also in this room. I absolutely do not want to move up here to dash. Alright, let's consolidate. Man, Van Dorn is not really going anywhere at all, is he?
Order confirmed.
Really winded Van Dorn was down to 1 move. You know what, Joseph Lister? You still got 2 battle kit uses, right? Yeah, you do.
Moving to position.
Go throw one at Van Dorn. You know, we don't really need the heal here, buddy. I don't want to listen to him fucking whine.
Man up and get back out there.
Wow, Joseph Lister giving him the what for, telling him, hey, you know, you're 1 fucking wound. This is a goddamn hangnail, Van Dorn. You didn't really need my services for this shit. So Joseph Lister, man, not much of a bedside manner for old Joe. Guy's a little gruff, but him, you know, he's honest. He's honest. You got to tell him that. Which would you rather have? A doctor that lies to you and tells you everything's going to be happy and lovely forever and that you're going to be all better while you slowly die? Or would you have a doctor that says, hey, look, man, you got 6 months left to live. There's nothing we can do about it. Make the best of the time you got left. Go make some hay while the sun shines, pal. Personally, I'd rather have the latter. I mean, well, ideally, you'd want a doctor who tells you that, you know, everything's going to be okay and then you get better, but life ain't all fucking sunshines and unicorn shit and rainbows. Unicorn shit and rainbows go together in my mind because in my brain, unicorns actually shit rainbows, which is how that works. Edison, I'm going to bring you over here, as odd as this sounds. I kind of want another unit to scout some of the rest of the ship. I have a feeling the outsiders are going to be in this room, but we won't know for certain until we round the corner.
Heading out.
And I would really like everyone to be together in one nice, big, happy family pile before we go around that corner. This is going to be sort of like a family reunion.
Okay.
The shit doesn't happen until everybody gets in gear and everybody shows up. Marie Curie, you can be on Overwatch.
Aye, aye.
Theoretically, we could go through this wall. You know, the problem with that is I don't trust Marie Curie to be able to blow it down.
Heading there now.
She has Sapper, but her cover destructive abilities have not proven to be fantastic thus far. I do not want to look in that room yet. We need one more turn, guys.
Roger that. Scanning.
One more turn, if you would, ladies and gentlemen, please. Mostly, I just want one more turn for Thomas Edison to come over here and take a peek at something. Specifically, is there there's a wall there. There damn well better be a wall there. Alright, there is. Edison sees nothing. Alright then, so let's bring Edison to here. Still can't see anything. And you know what? I'm gonna do it again. I'm taking one more turn. I don't want to go around this corner until we're 100% certain that we are prepared. Never mind, the aliens are over there.
What was that sound?
Well, that was no sound at all, which means that we have outsiders who are in this back hallway. Okay. That is not where I would have expected them to be, but clearly it's where they are, because we had a battle scanner up here. We'll just, yep, okay, so trust but verify, and we did verify that is in fact where they are. So Thomas Edison's going to be a one-man flanking team. St. Joan, and have you come up here then and open this door, since we know they're not in here. Let's not get too crazy. They could theoretically come at us. I don't think that's particularly likely, but
On your order.
one does not survive a campaign of XCOM by always gambling on the aliens to do the thing that's most likely. And I mean, there really is no likely when it comes to these bastards. You can just hunker down, Jane. That's fine. Big Joseph Lister. Let's have you get up here.
Already there.
I don't expect that we're going to find any enemies this turn, so let's get everybody as close as we can. Shaka, get that awesome saw of yours forward and into position, sir. Shaka's really been mowing down some troops for us. I gotta say, I got a lot of mad respect for what Shaka's bringing to the table.
I don't think we're alone out here.
Open this door, if you would, please, Edison. By the way, Thomas Edison invented that door. He just wanted to make sure that everyone knows that that door is a wholly owned invention of Edison Company, and Black & Decker, Edison Co., General Electric owns all the subsidiary rights. So, you know, Thomas just wants to make sure everyone is everyone's on board with the fact that he owns it. It's his. Don't touch it. Don't try and claim it as yours. Don't do any kind of derivative inventions, or he will straight up take you to court and ruin your lives forever.
Already there.
It's going to be unlikely that our sniper provides anything at all in this particular confrontation. But I do like him in that position, just as a kind of just in case. We want Jane Austen there, Marie Curie. Get you over here, actually. Corner cover for you. Edison, you go ahead and reload, actually. It'd be fine for you. Lister, let's get you over here. Shaka Zulu, you're going to be, strange as this sounds, sort of leading the charge for us here, Shaka.
On my way.
We're going to put you right here and put you on Overwatch.
God damn.
Did you just say God damn it? I guess Shaka Zulu's not a fan of the Overwatch. Alright, Edison. Open this door. That you own and built, by the way. All credit to you, Thomas Edison, individually as a person, own all subsidiary rights to that door. Please don't think that we forgot. Please don't sue us. So, St. John's going to open this bad boy. We might be able to give this guy a nice little fucking shotgun sandwich here with St. John. There is some solid potential for that. Jane Sporty Austin, let's get things started with a little bit of hollow targeting. Nice hit as well for Old Sporty. I'm pleased. I'm pleased. And we may even have a shot with Van Dorn here. Oh, he does have a shot. Not a good shot, but a shot, so we'll take it. Seriously, Van Dorn, did you ever get laid in high school? I mean, even once? How many times did you get just to the cusp, only to have that delicious fruit stolen away from you? Because I gotta assume it's a big number, buddy. I mean, it's gotta be a big number. That guy has 1 health left. If nothing else, we can have Marie... You know what? Never mind. I was going to say, if nothing else, we can have Marie Curie throw a grenade at him. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't see any particularly compelling reason to wait and do that. Let's just go ahead and do it straight up now. And also potentially destroy some of this other guy's cover.
Throwing grenade.
You give me 1 damage on that guy, I'm going to be real salty. So the saltiness is real? Alright then. You give me 1 damage on the other guy? Alright. No, I can dig it. That's fine. We got... gonna be up to Joseph Lister, and if Joseph Lister misses, you're probably gonna die. And, you know what? You would kind of deserve it, but a 99%, so Lister, luckily for you, is there to save your fucking bacon. Because your bacon did, in fact, need quite a bit of saving. I want to leave a gap here for St. Joan to come around behind this guy. We're gonna sandwich him between 2 shotguns, and actually Shaka Zulu may just straight up kill him. He can't miss. 5 damage and a hollow targeting. Surprised we didn't get a crit there. Miss Joan, if you would, go ahead and do the honors for me. I would like you to walk up directly behind this gentleman, place the barrel of your shotgun against his back, and eject that tiny crystal that's in his center out his front. I don't know what that thing is or what it's made of, but if you could, you know, push it out of his body just like that, I'm guessing he'll be dead. And he was, in fact, dead. Nicely done. That was a solid mission. Operation Final Hawk really came together nicely. The aliens sprung a muton on us like a fucking cheetah coming out of the weeds there on a hungry gazelle that's bent to drink. So I guess it would be a thirsty gazelle. I digress. But they sprang at us like a large savannah cat, and hey, didn't even flinch us. We just straight up saw that cheetah coming, did a strut, which is an upward leap on all 4 legs, got ourselves to safety, and the cheetah did not get his meal. You know, you're right, Dr. Shen, the 30 meld is an additional feather in my cap. I have to agree with you. We picked up a ton on that mission. You're right. And you're not only right about that, but you're right to praise me for doing well. I appreciate it, Dr. Shen. So, old St. Joan, with the final kill there, actually picked herself up another promotion, Hit and Run. Your first standard shot of each turn against an uncovered or flanked target does not cost an action. Does not work against flying units and cannot be used if run and gun is activated. Okay, someone would have to explain to me how that is different than close encounters. I mean, sure, okay, the only difference is there's no range penalty, effectively. Uncovered... You know, I actually think that's shittier. Yeah, I actually legitimately think that's worse than close encounters. I mean, it's basically close encounters that doesn't have the forte. It's an interesting ability, it really is. There's something to be said for rapid fire as well, but... I mean, it doesn't have a cooldown, but it has an aim penalty. Also, close encounters gives you bonus will. I think with the bonus will, close encounters is better than run and gun. I at least think I understand the difference. It's basically run and gun with no range penalty, but the unit has to be uncovered or flanked, which is interesting. You would be able to maybe apply that in more situations, but I still think I prefer close encounters because you can use close encounters against something that has cover still. Close encounters also works against flyers, which is, I do use it against flying units quite a bit. That's probably the deal breaker, or at least the tiebreaker for me, is that you can't hit and run a flyer, but you can close encounters them. I'm sticking with close encounters. St. Joan looks to be, she seems to agree that I made the right decision. She looks like she knows what she's talking about. She's got a nice determined look. She looks like she's ready to use that. A promotion for Van Dorn. Honestly, don't know how to feel about that. Sharpshooter's not great. Ranger, you know, has some merit, I think, for a sniper. Is that damn good ground? Yeah, well, damn good ground is the automatic pick. I really like damn good ground, especially later in the game when you have Seraphim armor and can just fly high at the maximum elevation on a map. It really, that's when it's not so good in the early game, but once you can reliably get an elevation advantage over your enemies, it really does shine. Especially against its also plus 10 defense. It makes a guy who's flying in Seraphim armor, who's up 5 tiles, really fucking hard to hit as well. Joseph Angel Lister. Fantastic nickname. He is a healing angel on the battlefield. Revive is garbage. Smoke and Mirrors is pretty good. Yeah, Smoke and Mirrors then. It looks like our medics are going to come out with a pretty damn standard build. I'm not seeing a whole lot of reason or opportunity to deviate on the medics. We got a lot of promotions on this mission. Everybody except Thomas Edison got a fucking promotion. So that leads me to say fuck you, Edison. And I think deservedly so. Shredder ammo. I like it. I still like Shredder ammo. I really do. I'm going to go for the heat ammo, though. We have other ways to shred targets. Specifically, we got a lot of assault troopers who can just carry Shredder ammo. Marie Riff Curie. Interesting. It's heat warheads for... what's this one? Smoke and Mirrors now. It's heat warheads for carry. And that just leaves old Corporal Jane Sporty Austin. Will to Survive is straight up garbage. Executioner is actually really, really, really good. Not early. It's kind of shitty early. In the early game, you're better off to take Ranger, actually. In the late game, though, that plus 10% critical and aim, you know, it doesn't actually make you do more damage unless it does give you a bonus critical. Who has better stat? They both have shitty... man. So this is a bit of a debate. It does help you hit things that you've already hit once, which is good because with rapid fire, that second shot's going to have a penalty. Yeah, you know what? I think Executioner probably combos slightly better. In the damage perspective, the plus 10% critical chance is probably less damage. Statistically, I would guess it's probably in aggregate going to be less damage than taking Ranger. Also, this level sucks. It's got 3 pretty questionable talents, but then again, rapid fire is rapid fire, so... But I think the plus 10 aim bonus against more injured targets is probably going to make up, more than make up for, actually, what you'd lose picking Ranger. So I'm going to go for Executioner. Also, I just like Executioner. It sounds badass. And Jane Sporty Austin is nothing if not a badass. Look at that. She's finally popped over the 2-to-1 kill-to-mission ratio. Jane Austen, one of our deadliest troopers. When engaged in total warfare, I mean, as Churchill would have said, it is the only sensible thing to do to destroy one's enemies to your utmost, and that's a philosophy that the sensible Jane Austen has taken to heart. She fights with some real prejudice against these enemies, and she shows pride in her work. 7 floater corpses, our first Muton corpse, 32 Illyrium, that's a ton, 40 alloys, also quite a bit, 11 weapon fragments, a whopping 32 meld, which is a windfall for us. 1 intact flight computer was salvaged. We got a bunch of damaged ones that we can sell for parts, which is good because we need cash. And 4 Seeker Rack. I think I'll hold off on the gray market. I'm not entirely sure where I'd want to spend that cash at the moment. And again, I'm still very concerned. We're getting right about the time Exalt is going to show up. I would prefer to not just have sort of a bankroll of cash to be lying around to tempt them to hack us. Then again, Advanced Beam Lasers is 3 days away, and I'd really prefer that they not hack that science either, but I digress. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to avoid the gray market for now. We'll hang on to that available cash for us, and I'm going to wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.